Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name's Chris. If you don't already know, welcome, welcome, welcome. It's been a while. I am here to do some astrology readings today and tomorrow and upload them in the next couple days for November. I'm a little bit late on some of them. Just so you know, if you haven't already watched my other video about the changes on my channel, I'm going to be doing readings here with the astrology sign. I'm going to be splitting them up. So it gives people the opportunity to purchase the second half of the video, the extended version, for a PayPal donation for the channel, which will continue to help me to be able to do this. So then what happens is all the information is listed below. I have listed my Patreon page, which is new right now. So the donation amount for the extended version of any video is going to be $5.55. However, a better deal would be if you went to my Patreon channel and joined Tier 1, which is $5.55 a month, and you get a free reading, and as well as the extended version for whatever sign you are. So if you join my Patreon on any of the tiers that I offer, you have to email me and give me your sign or your date of birth, and what happens is every month I will send you the extended version, the extended half. I will be uploading my astrology readings earlier on there. November is my first month that I started on Patreon, so be patient. They won't be early this month, but starting in December, they'll be early, like a week or two earlier, and then I'll upload them to YouTube. So just FYI. All my information is below. A lot of people ask me how they can donate to the channel other than money. I do have an Amazon wish list that is listed below. I also have a Steam, which is where you can get games for my Twitch streaming donation as well. You can go to, it's under Parlay to Spirit if you belong to Steam and you're from Twitch. And thank you for coming if you're from Twitch, because I love my Twitch family. I stream on Twitch Wednesday nights and Sundays. Sundays and Wednesday nights. And I'm starting to gradually change up the channel a little bit, where I don't just do readings. I'm going to be doing subject matter about like distance Reiki, herbs, holistic stuff like that, as well as gaming. I'm going to be doing some retro gaming stuff. It's like older games that I really like. Just so you know, before I start the reading, I have music playing in the background, and I do have two dogs, and they're very active today because it's Saturday morning and it's pretty early here. The temperature is like 39 outside, which is not normal. Pugs, come over here. What are you doing? Hold on one second. I'm going to pause this for a second. Sorry about that. Pugsley, my pug, is very active this morning, as it is a Saturday morning, and it is really, really early here. So he is like running around. You can hear his feet. So I apologize. I sometimes have to pause my videos. For those of you who follow my channel, dogs are like children, and they are my kids, so if they have to go to the bathroom, I have to get up, and I apologize for that ahead of time, but most of my clients, followers, subscribers, and everybody understand that. I have to do the same thing when I stream on Twitch, so everybody's got to know my puppies very well. So I just have some crystals sitting around over here that help me when I do my readings. And I have a blanket because it's pretty cold here for Louisiana today. This morning, it's warmer in the house than it is outside. I just took the dogs outside, so it's 39 or 40 degrees out there right now, which is weird because it's not normal for this time of year. Anywho, so I wrote a list of the different readings that I have to work on still. I already have done Aries, so if you're the Aries sign, go check out my video. I do have the extended version as well. You have to email me or PayPal and then email me. So the next sign that I'm going to do is Pisces. What I'm going to do is I'm going to explain to you the cards that I'm going to read in the reading, and then do the reading, and then if I have any clarification cards I need to pull, I will explain what decks I use. I also want to let you know that if you're not familiar with the channel, go check out any of my videos. They're not time sensitive, which means videos, even though they're dated last year or this year, they may resonate with you or come up in your feed because you need to see them. Time is just an illusion, right? So it just applies to you whenever. We just have to date people that do readings for the month that we're in, just because you have to give it a date. The same with gender. I'm not gender specific when I talk female or male. I don't mean gender, I mean energy wise. So I hope you understand that. I am not tarot taught. I am not a tarot reader. I do not read the book and study it and study the arcana or anything like that. I am actually a channeler. Spirit guides me to give you the messages for certain collectives. Everyone, if you go on to different readers, you'll see you either click or you don't click. Not every reader is for everyone. There are quite a few, not to judge anybody, negative readers. And what I mean by that is they keep you in your low vibration with negative stuff. I'm not negative. I'm more of a very blunt, and I look at things a lot differently because I'm the healer. I'm a healer. I'm an intuitive healer. So the perspective that I have is different than a lot of readers. So I look at the genuine energy of the person. Not everything is as it seems. And a lot of readers, not all, will tell you negative stuff. What I mean by negative is not necessarily like, don't do that or whatever. I mean, like they tell you, give you advice or tell you things in the reading that keeps you in that low vibration. I hope that makes sense. So anyways, for my Pisces, I think the cards that I'm going to use today, I have several different decks out today. I'm going to use my Cosmic, I think they're called Cosmic Tarot. It's a beautiful deck. What I normally do is when I shuffle the deck, I'll just explain some things to you about either messages coming through already while I'm shuffling or messages about my channel or anything that I feel compelled to tell you. I will say that the Mercury retrograde right now that we're going through is pulling out a lot of emotional issues for a lot of people, and it's for all signs. It's not any particular sign that I'm getting. Even myself, I'm a Cancer, I'm a water sign, and I'm having issues with it as well. I have greatly felt the effects of it. And I actually had an epiphany, I think it was yesterday or the day before, so that's why I am a little bit tired. I am explaining this to you because I think there's somebody that needs to hear it. There's several cards that fell out. I'm just taking them and then I'll explain them to you and show them to you in a moment. There's a lot of low vibration, negative energies, negative people, toxic people who are hidden behind compassion, empathy, and the spiritual path or sexuality or anything like the above. So if you're an empath, when we get a high vibration or we start to ascend and get higher vibration, which means more positive energy, we surround ourselves with positive energy, emotions, and people, we tend to attract the negative. We tend to attract the hidden, which what I mean by that is the wolf in sheep's clothing, okay? And I don't know why I'm telling you this, but I think some Pisces and other people who click on this video might need to hear this. So when you're in this ascending awakening / high energy, like I am, people will taunt you. Maybe not taunt. They will lure you or try to lure you. I'm trying to think of the word. Right now during this Mercury retrograde, most readers that are really good readers are having issues with the throat, the chakra, meaning explaining things, words, articulating them. I've noticed that in the few readers that I follow. I will be doing a spotlight video once a month just for the readers that I feel I love following, that I may share with you if you don't feel that I'm a reader for you. I love to do that. I love to support other people that I feel are very good at what they do. So yeah, so temptation, that's the word. So you're going to be tempted. If you have an addiction of any sort, temptation is going to be there because with your high vibration and you working through your shit, they want to keep you at a low vibration, right? So you attract those people that want to keep you there. And that includes readers. Not all, but some. And it's not always about walking away. It's not always about being pissed at people and being angry and giving up on them. And I think a lot of people are not in tune with that. As a healer, we tend to see more of possibilities in people. And one thing I love about one of the readers that I follow is she believes that people can change. And so many people out there in the world don't think people can change. People can change. If you are somebody who's been awakening for your whole life and ascending and going through this journey that we call life, we have changed how many times? So I believe the same as her. I believe people can change if they're given the right opportunity and surrounded by the right people. And I think this one reader that I really enjoy really opened up my sight to that, and in regards to my life and what goes on in my life and the people that are drawn to my life and people who surround me. Society in the 3D is so hung up on certain things that often people like us, when we want advice, they give us 3D advice, not spiritual advice. So they see things quite differently than we do, and they can't understand a lot of the things that we do, the way we live, that kind of stuff. So I hope that makes sense. So wow. So for you, Pisces, so far 7 cards fell out. I'm going to keep them. And I will explain to you the messages that come through with the cards and any symbolism that pops out. I will say that I'm being drawn to pull a couple more cards, but not from this deck. So I'm going to wait and see what deck they want me to pull it from. But one of the cards that fell out you have a major cards here. So I'm going to explain to you what the cards mean and then what they mean together. So spiritually wise, channeling wise, that kind of thing. The World card came out, the Star card came out, the King of Pentacles, another King, the King of Swords, the Prince of Swords, the King of Wands, and the Lovers. These are all huge cards out of this huge deck, okay? Like huge cards. So Pisces, I want to first say, I have been going through ascension. I have been going through the dark night of soul. I have met my twin flame, my other half. I call it my twin soul. I don't like the term twin flame. This energy that I'm getting from these cards all together, I feel like whoever you are, Pisces, and I feel like I'm reading they're telling me 3 different collectives, meaning 3 different groups of people who are Pisces. Now, I will tell you, I'm not astrology taught. So if you're Pisces and none of these resonate with you, or any of the messages I get don't resonate with you, you need to go and look at your chart, which I'm not an expert at, and see where your sign falls, because you may fall in a different sign and you may need to watch that sign. So I just want to put that out there. So the Star card was the first one that fell out, which is a beautiful card. And like I said, I'm not tarot taught. I don't read the cards like most readers read, where they read, what the image and the card definition means in the book. I'm just giving you what Spirit's telling me, what the angels, what the ancestors, the ascending masters, anybody around me is telling me that are connected to who I'm reading for, the collectives that I'm reading for, and for myself. This Star card is the world is open to you, and that's why the World card fell out right after it. So these 2 cards combined for me right now are saying that you are the first collective that I'm reading for. There's 3 different groups, and each one's going to be different, and they keep showing me 1, 2, and 3 to tell you. So this is for group 1. I feel like you're embarking on a new journey in your life, and it's scary for you right now. I feel a lot of you have met someone, this is the Lovers card, in this first group, which has changed your life drastically, and it's amping up to get even more intense. I think the group 1 is scared and nervous, which is normal for when it's new stuff. When you're used to being in the low vibration for so long in your life, when stuff starts really working out for you, you wait for that shoe to fall, is the term they're telling me. And they're convincing me to tell you that no, it's going to work out. There's the divine are there behind you. They're working on it for you in the background. Pugs, cut it out, you. My dog is sitting here begging me because he wants to jump on my lap. He's so crazy. I don't know what is wrong with him today. Come on. Come on up. Come on up. Come on. All right, come on up. Everybody wants to see you. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, bugs. Come on. Up. 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 Come on up here. Say hi to everybody. Say hi. Say hi. Hi, this is Pugsley. This is my son. He is very active this morning. It's only like 9 o'clock this morning in Louisiana, and he is hyper as hell. I fed them breakfast earlier than I normally do. Go get your toy. Let me pause this for a minute. I am so sorry about that. He is just relentless this morning. Anyways, so for the first collective, there's definitely some intense energy going on. Now the second collective, and I'm going to be jumping back and forth because that's the way they're doing it for me. They're actually showing me like, this is funny. They're showing me like the spinning wheel, like in Wheel of Fortune. And every time I start to read, they spin it and tell me what the next number is to show you. 1, 2, or 3. So that's the group of people that I'm reading for. So now group 2, you have the same, what I just read, except in regards to the lovers, okay? You do have a soulmate, twin soul in there somewhere, but you have several different suitors, whether male or female, because you have 3 kings on the table. Okay? 3 kings and a prince. Now, the reason why I didn't pick up the prince, well, I'm going to show him to you, is because the prince is the seductive, the flighty kind of person, right? Whether male or female energy. The prince is like, they want you, but they're not sure. It's like that energy that a lot of people talk about with the DMs. They call the divine masculine and divine feminine, which I don't necessarily believe. I believe that everyone has male and female energies, but a lot of people refer to divine masculine and divine feminine in the twin soul community or twin flame community, which I don't like. I'll call it twin soul, just TS. It's for me. I don't necessarily believe that. I believe everyone has the potential for male and female energy. Especially when you meet your twin soul, you both have the ability of both. However, you meet and you're imbalanced and you come back into balance. I hope that makes sense. So I feel like this group 2, this prince energy came in first, and it might be somebody maybe friends with benefits or just a one-night stand. I'm not really sure. But this person is very manipulative and not really about a long-term relationship. And then you have these 3 suitors, these 3 kings. And I think they've all come in at different times, not at the same time for group 2. So there may be somebody out there, male or female. It doesn't have to be male, just because they're kings. I'm being told that. Normally people read and say kings are males, but no, it could be a male with a lot of female energy. It's not necessarily gender specific. However, I'm being told the collective group 2, one of these, no, okay, I'm being told 2 of these kings, I don't know why I'm being told this, are past people that are going to come back into your life, if they haven't already, and confuse the shit out of you because this king is the one that you're talking to. Now, the king that you're talking to right now, or the person that you're talking to right now, group 2, Pisces, is somebody who you click with, everything's going well, but there's something not quite right about it. And what I mean by that is you're leery about the future with this person because they're holding their emotions back. I feel like they might be an air sign, which is normal. Air signs tend to hold their emotions in, which is normal. I do feel like the other ones from the past are fire and earth. So they're quite different than the air signs. So I think that's why you're kind of leaning back thinking about this air sign, because you're not sure, because you've never dated or been surrounded by an air sign, which is, it's not your normal person that you would pick. And that's usually the ones that work. In my experience doing this for as long as I've done this, opposites attract. However, a lot of times when opposites attract, that term, they're actually more similar than they look on the surface. I hope that makes sense. So that's for collective 2. Now the group 3, all the same applies. However, there's not that many kings in your group, number 3. Number 3, you're already in a relationship. You've been in a relationship. You know that it is your other half. This is on the brink of becoming reality, the star in the world for group 3. And what I mean by that is This is a relationship that's been together for a while. And this shift in energy in the past 6 months has really shooken up the relationship in a good way. And I think this is what this means is marriage and future promises to one another. I don't feel like it's a long-term relationship. It hasn't been longer than a year and a half that you've been together. And it started off very slow and it's been amping up and it's going to continue to amp up. So get ready. So that is for the groups 1, 2, and 3. Now, I feel like I need to pull a mermaid card for clarification for each group. So my mermaid cards are usually the... What's the matter, Pugs? What do you need? What do you need, boo? Hold on one second. I am so sorry about that. It was the dog again. This happens sometimes. Some videos I do fine and I can get through the whole thing. So I'm going to pull some clarifier cards and then the reading will be over and then I'll do the extended version and I will save the link. And if you're interested in purchasing and donating to the channel, you could do so by donating to PayPal $5.55, and then sending me, I will, your information through PayPal and I will send it to you if you tell me what sign. So I'm going to do the Mermaid deck, which is one of the Lovers decks that I use. I'm feeling Atlantean energy for some reason to pull the clarifying cards. So I'm going to do group 1, 2, and 3, and then we'll be done with this reading, and then I will continue it, the extended version, on a separate video for those of you who want to purchase that. By donating to the channel, you help me to continue to do this, as I will need a new computer soon to offer up private readings and different readings because this laptop is not the best thing. So let's see what we got. I'm going to see if any cards fall out first before. I lit a candle when I went to go get the pup up from the backyard. Midsummer's Dream, I think it's called, by Yankee Candle. I usually do Fireside, which is a retired candle that's expensive to find on eBay. My friend bought me 2 of them last year for, I think, my birthday or Christmas. And I use them sparingly because it's my favorite. I don't think any cards want to fall out right now, which is weird. Let me pull this up a little bit. There we go. Sorry, it's wiggling a little bit. My laptop's been acting up a lot lately. Let's see if any cards fall out. If not, I'm going to have to pull them. Oh, one fell out. That's for number 1. Spirit is listening to me. Let's see if number 2. Oh, number 2 and number 3. Okay, here we go. Number 1, telepathy. I love these mermaid cards. Telepathy. Look at that. Look at how stunning that is. That has to do with group number 1 in correlation with the Lovers and the Twin Soul. It says, non-verbal communication, energetic pulses, and mind reading. So, group number 1 collective, whoever this resonates with. This has to do with your other half, your twin soul, your twin flame, whatever you believe in that realm. Me, I believe in twin souls. But I'm getting the twin flame, twin soul feeling for group 1. And this is the whole telepathy. Some of us can connect that way energetically. It's intense. It's where you just know. You just feel, and if you trust your intuition and if you're at a higher vibration and you're, what's the word I want to use? If you're, oh God, I hate when I lose words because of damn channeling. It's like they push stuff out of your brain when you channel and then put other stuff in and you can't remember how things are spelled or said. Your authentic self. If you are your authentic self at your highest vibration and you are doing the work that you need to do, then when you have this connection with your person, your other half, which is your other half of your soul, it's just your one soul. It's your soul. So telepathy would make sense. A lot of people don't understand that in the 3D, but it's very true. It happens to me as well. We just want to deny it. Group 2 is Sanctuary card. The Sanctuary card, I'll show you in a second. It's about privacy and isolating yourself. Having your personal space, respecting boundaries and taboos. So for group 2, I'm feeling that you've been going into hermit mode with this, wanting to be private, even with your person, especially with the group of these people, like coming from the past and the prince and the kings and all that good stuff. It's kind of pushing you into your shell almost. like a water sign would, Pisces, right? And then for the third collective, the third group of you, I got this stunning, and it has to do with relationships as well. Your vulnerability, open your heart, allow yourself to be tender. So I think with the third collective, the third group, even though this is part of it, you're afraid. I will explain it in a way that Spirit's telling me, where, a lot of times I share my life's experiences to help others because it heals you, right? I tend to open up people's chakras. I tend to, just by talking, right? And that's a real true healer. I'm not saying that to stroke my ego or to be conceited or to have you follow me. I'm just sharing what usually happens when I'm with people, either energetically like this or in person. I tend to either share abilities that I have to heal them, or I open up things in them that they need to work through. And that's part of when you are authentic to yourself. And so for this group, this third group, I'm feeling they're showing how I was when I met my person. So I've had several times in my life where I've always, I was so alone and feeling no unconditional love. I've never felt unconditional love in my life. Never. And even from parents, boyfriends, husbands, whatever. I've never felt that. So I was always searching for it, right? And if you don't know what it is, you are tricked emotionally. You're by yourself, right? By your ego, by whatever you want to call it. So the reason why they're telling you this is because of this card, the vulnerability card for you, group 3. I have met a couple people where I actually thought they were my person, and it was just my wearing my heart on my sleeve and seeing them in a light that they weren't in. Okay? So I want that to resonate with you. Then I met my person, and it was just that knowing, because it is your other half of your being. It was just that knowing, and it was intense. And it brings out your authentic self, and it brings out, you mirror each other. And so I feel like group 3, this is why you're scared, because you know in your heart and your soul, this is the person. And what happens is, in a true twin soul connection, and I have to say this before I end this reading, it's not about being with the person in the 3D. It's about unconditional love. When you meet that person, you love them so much that it's okay if you're not together in union like normal people in the 3D. It's about you both coming together to make the world a better place, whatever way you do that. I don't know how else to explain that. So I think the person or the persons in group 3 need to hear that. Yes, it's going to be scary, but it's worth the risk. And I wanted to run a bunch of times when I first met this person, whether I'm with them or not in life. I know they're my person. They're my other half. So you don't look at their flaws. You look at them as a person of your other half of your soul. So it's easier to forgive. It's easier than it would be with someone who's not your other half of your soul. I hope that makes sense. So now I'm going to end the video, and I will premise this. If you're interested in this Pisces extended read that I'm about to do, all you need to do is send $5.55 to PayPal, and then email me at parlaytospirit@gmail.com and let me know what your sign is. And once I get confirmation, if you let me know what your email was for the PayPal, then I will send you the extended link that is only viewable to you and whoever you share it with. And that'll stay up for a while. So I just wanted to put that out there. If you'd rather get something more, then you can go to my Patreon channel. If you purchase it monthly for $5.55, you will get the extended version for whatever sign you are, as well as a reading and any bonus video content. And you can go check that out at Parlay to Spirit. I think it's Patreon, Patreon, it's below.com//Parlay to Spirit. Thank you so much for your amazing support. I hope you all have a great day, and we'll see you next time.